As Yogi Berra would say, it's like deja vu all over again. The country, it seems, is once again captivated by former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin. The hockey mom turned politician is back in the limelight, this time shoulder to shoulder with GOP frontrunner Donald Trump. And the darling of the Tea Party is causing, once again, quite a stir. Here's ABC's David Wright.
On the campaign trail this week, a blast from the past.
Thank you so much, Oklahoma! It's just so great to be in Iowa. We're here just thawing out.
Like a champion musher from the Iditarod in Sarah Palin's Alaska, she's back and ready to drive her team over the finish line.
The next president of our great United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Along with that black leather jacket, she's also reprising some of her winningest lines from her run with John McCain.
Drill, baby, drill. It's time to drill, baby, drill.
For the only maverick out there who can match her when it comes to going rogue.
Going rogue left and right, man. That's why he's doing so well.
The reality show star,
You're fired.
turned politician,
We're going to make America great again.
turning to the politician who became a reality star.
This is really the first time in this campaign that we're seeing Donald Trump kind of take a back seat to someone else. She really stole the spotlight and the headlines, and you even saw it in that body language. He stood behind her and seemed to be uncomfortable as her speech went on, as if saying, hey, I want to be the one in the spotlight.
Thank you, Dan.
Trump is clearly hoping that Palin's endorsement can help push him over the top in those early primary states.
She waded into South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Iowa and endorsed candidates in the last few years, and all three of those candidates won.
But the return of the Palins to the national stage also brings with it a certain amount of drama.
Guess it's kind of the elephant in the room.
This week, it was her 26-year-old son, Track, a combat veteran, arrested in Alaska after allegedly punching his girlfriend in the face. Track Palin pled not guilty the same day his mom joined Trump. Governor Palin found a silver lining to the scandal.
When my own son is going through what he goes through, some PTSD, and it makes me realize more than ever that we have that commander-in-chief who will respect them and honor them.
But at least one nonpartisan veterans group was quick to caution against turning PTSD into a political chew toy.
I think a lot of vets are outraged that she's using that as an excuse for his behavior. If he has PTSD, he's still accountable. He shouldn't be beating up his girlfriend. He shouldn't be a violent person in the community. And we hope he goes forward and gets help.
Not all Palin's fans are happy about her endorsement of Trump. On her Facebook page today, more than a few complaints. Unhappiest of all, perhaps, Ted Cruz, who had hoped for that endorsement himself.
Not this, but the last Democratic debate.
Cruz spoke with George Stephanopoulos today, ahead of tomorrow's Good Morning America. He insists no hard feelings when it comes to Trump.
I like Donald Trump. I'll sing his praises.
still like him?
Look, he is bold. He's brash. He's an amazing marketer. I mean, this man is an entertainer and marketer par excellence. And so I'm not going to attack him personally.
The latest polls show Trump pulling well ahead of Cruz in Iowa. On the Democratic side, Bernie Sanders pulling way out in front of Hillary Clinton there, too. Today, the Sanders campaign released this upbeat new ad. The music, Simon and Garfunkel. The song, a hit nearly 50 years ago, back when Hillary and Bill Clinton were in law school. That golden oldie. A huge contrast to the soundtrack of the Clinton campaign. Today, Clinton had Demi Lovato out on the campaign trail.
You ready for a better future?
And out in Iowa, Katy Perry has lent her voice too. That famous roar hasn't been enough to help Clinton win over young voters.
It's a lot less believable than Bernie Sanders and Simon and Garfunkel. But what Hillary Clinton is trying to do is trying to bring over those younger voters, those millennial voters that are critical right now for her campaign because Bernie Sanders is getting them in such large numbers.
The 74-year-old Sanders with Simon and Garfunkel crushes Clinton and her posse of young pop stars by a margin of nearly 4-1 among young voters in New Hampshire. He beats her soundly among young Iowa voters, too. And keep in mind, young voters are the ones who made such a huge difference for Barack Obama in the Iowa caucuses back in 2008.
If you compare the data, the polling data, with younger voters with Bernie Sanders' campaign and Hillary Clinton's campaign, he has a big advantage. So she's really trying to tap into that in these final days.
Now, as we head into Iowa, the two anti-establishment candidates are defying the odds. In the catbird seat, front and center, Trump and Sanders, angry men both. And as Sarah Palin reminds us, Inauguration Day is just 1 year from today.
I want you to try to picture this. It's a nice thing to picture. Exactly 1 year from tomorrow, former President Barack Obama, he packs up the teleprompters and the selfie sticks and the Greek columns and all that hopey-changey stuff, and he heads on back to Chicago.
The question is, can you imagine either of them taking the oath of office a year from now? Because right now, against all odds, they seem to have the momentum. I'm David Wright for Nightline in New York.